So hey guys, welcome to another Warrior video, and today I'll be talking about Arms and Fury, comparing them, talking about the numbers and the gameplay and all that good stuff. So currently I am Arms because I only have 12% crit, and 12% crit for Fury. For single target it is okay-ish. It is, still miles ahead of Arms single target, but for AoE, you need a steady stream of crits for Fury to be fun. Right, because you just can't AoE in Fury if you're not getting crits with Bloodthirst. Now, the easiest way to compare those two is Arms is better on Cleave and AoE, and Fury is better on single target. Okay, on really high AoE fights, Fury might pull ahead with Titan's Grip, because you get more stats from weapons, but that's pretty much it. Arms is better on AoE and Cleave, and Fury is better on single target. And that's not only supported by Simcraft, where Arms is really high up on 3-target Cleave, and Fury is very high up on single target. It's also the gameplay. Right? Currently, Arms Warriors on single target. Oh my god. What is this, vanilla? Yeah, dump your rage with Whirlwind. That's a good idea, right? I really think Arms Warriors need either overpower or just give a slam. Don't put it next to sudden death in the talents, because you can't compare sudden death to slam. The first slam is shit, and it hits like a wet noodle. The second slam is slightly better, and then the third slam can be considered alright. And you are comparing this to random executes. And as Arms, executes are fucking huge. So please don't do this. Alright, the choice between sudden death and taste for blood, where your rends give you rage, that's alright. But putting a dinky slam next to it, just give it to warriors by default. Or give us overpower. Something. Because single target rotation is wank. It is complete wank. It is stupid. And the only fun times you have while doing single target damage is when you Colossus Smash and you get a bunch of sudden death procs. So your executes are even bigger. Fury on single target, on the other hand, is a fantastic priority system with a bunch of rules, and the damage you do is completely dependent on you, your ability to take this rule set and apply it to the situation that is going on. So you can prioritize properly, and you are still thinking about those rules like, don't use this ability when you have this much rage. Don't use this ability when you have only 1 stack. Wait for 2 stacks and then use it. And that is just fantastic. It is just a class and a playstyle that I enjoy. You can't play Fury Warriors perfectly. It is impossible. There is too many rules and too many situations you will find yourself in, and you can essentially play it only 2 ways. You can either do it straight up wrong, or you are trying to fuck up as little as possible. And the better you get, the fewer times you will fuck up and the higher your DPS will be. And that is just, for me, I enjoy that. I like it. As far as AoE goes, I am currently kind of leaning towards Arms, and that's because the Fury AoE feels kind of clunky and unnecessarily complicated for me. Right, so for Fury, you first need to crit with Bloodthirst, so you get a Raging Blow stack and you are enraged. Then you need to Whirlwind to stack up Meat Cleaver, and then you need to use that Meat Cleaver by using Raging Blow. So you can finally, after you crit with Bloodthirst, you stack it up, you can finally unleash this damage with Raging Blow. That is unnecessary in my opinion. It's kind of like Enhancement Shamans. You need to apply Flame Shock, then you need to spread it around, then you need to place down a totem, and then you can AoE. Only idiots do things the hard way, when there is an easier way around that. Right, so with Arms, it feels more natural. You apply Rend to as many targets as you can if you have Taste for Blood. Even if you don't, it's still beneficial. Then you use Sweeping Strikes, and then you're just whirlwinding like mad. You see numbers, and it's kind of happy fun time. Okay, whereas Fury, it's just like, oh, I need to do this, then I need to do that, and then I can finally AoE. With Arms, it's just, I jump in, I explode, and they are dead. With Fury, it's kind of like, you have to wait for a second, I need to stack this up, I need to crit, then I need to do this, and then you're dead. And that is just unnecessarily complicated for me. It's not difficult to do, it's just unnecessarily complicated in my opinion. So overall, I lean towards Arms on Cleave and AoE fights, and I really prefer Fury on single target. Now, which one is better in my opinion? I think Fury. I'm actually pretty sure that Fury. because the AoE is still better than ARM single target, because ARM single target is so bad it drags it down completely. So Fury much better on single target, ARM's better on multi-target, but Fury is not as bad on multi-target as ARMS is on single target. So overall, I'm saying Fury. Fury is just better. The one problem is crit. You need to get a lot of crit. Otherwise, if you're not critting, you can't AoE. And sometimes you will get those drought periods, even while single targeting, where you're like, oh, I can't really do much. And the worst thing is when you just don't have Enrage and you get a sudden death proc, because you have to fire off Execute, and you know that it's not getting the bonus damage from your Mastery. So yeah, ARMS versus Fury, I would go with Fury. Simple as that. Also, Gladiator, I don't like the Rage generation. I've played with it for a couple of days, I did a couple of raids, I did a couple of dungeons. I just dislike the Rage generation, where you essentially only have 2 spells that generate Rage. And you need those 2 spells to fit them into the shield charge window. So you're just, it's fiddly, it feels fiddly. It's not bad on single target, it's actually better than ARMS, if I'm not mistaken. But it feels fiddly in the way it generates and spends Rage. So there you go. And as always, I thank you all for watching. Bye bye.